Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you all are having a great day so far. So today on my desk, I have another Mogul Extreme product, Acido Dulce. Also, these bears look weird. It is another Arcor product, so this one is also from South America. On the back, we have our ingredients, once again, in Spanish, and it even says, made in Argentina. Well, judging by first impressions, this looks like Arcor's sour gummy bear product, or at least their interpretation of it. I also noticed there's an orange bear here, but there are no orange bears in the packaging, I guess. But in any case, let's go ahead and get into the review. Alright, this is what they look like, actual size. And it looks like they come in 3 flavors. So, similar to my other videos, I will organize them here, and then we could try them out. On the back of the packaging, it says these flavors are tutti frutti, lemon, and blueberry. So, we can go ahead and start off with the lemon. Oh, wow. Yeah. This is the good stuff. So this has a very strong lemon flavor. Obviously it's artificial, but it's a very strong and sour punch. I like it a lot. There are just enough sour crystals on the outside to give it a nice crunch while having a little chewiness inside the gummy itself as well. It really is hard to notice the sweetness in this due to the overwhelmingly sour taste. And that taste persists throughout, but I'll go over that in my review later. Oh man. If you don't like lemon flavored snacks, you're going to hate this. However, I think this is really good. Oh my god. Whew. All right, now that we have completed lemon, let's go ahead and move on to Chex Notes Blueberry. Oh, wow, good lord. Okay, so far, these are basically defeating any of my expectations I usually have with sour candy. These are actually sour. They have a good, strong punch of sourness on the initial taste. The texture is crunchy and chewy. It's very hard for me to notice any sweetness in this because it's just an overwhelmingly sour blueberry flavor, the type that you would taste on Airheads or something. And the sourness is just so piquant, like you're having a spoonful of malic acid. But this is really good. What I like about the blue one, that's a little bit different, is that it has sort of a blueberry flavored soda kind of aftertaste, and that is really, really good. I know that I'm gushing over this, but I really do think that this can give Sour Patch a run for its money. This is decently sour, and I like it a lot. All right, now that the first 2 flavors have raised my expectations way too high, we're going to go ahead and try the Tutti Frutti sabor. All right. Here it is. These are really weird in kind of a good way. So the initial flavor is not really that sour. It's just sort of generic tutti frutti, just a bunch of berries mixed together. Over towards the end, for those of you familiar with Jamba Juice, this tastes exactly like the razzmatazz flavor. It has a very strong raspberry flavor on the back end. So for me, the aftertaste is very nice. If you like raspberry, then you will really like this. If you don't, then why are you watching? But in any case, those are good too. All right, let's go ahead and get into the review. First, starting with the lemon flavor. The initial taste has a very strong lemon flavor. I do prefer a tougher texture, and this one is not quite there, but the chewable consistency is still pretty good. The sourness is fantastic, and the aftertaste is a mellow lemon lollipop flavor, which I really like. So overall, I think it's a pretty strong candy. For blueberry, the initial taste is a very strong generic blueberry flavor, similar to what you would taste in bubble tape. Texture is similar across all of these. The sourness is overwhelming. The sourness is really good, and the aftertaste still has that strong blueberry soda flavor. Overall, I also think that this is a very strong candy. Now for the Tutti Frutti. For some reason, as I continue to chew on this, I'm getting a Bazooka Joe bubblegum flavor, which I think is fine, but not exactly what I was hoping for. Texture is about the same across all of these. The sourness is pretty average. And the aftertaste, and the aftertaste is really more of a bubblegum-like flavor. So I am not too big on this one. It's still good, but it's not for me. However, overall, I would say that the scores represents how I feel about these gummies. The blueberry and the lemon flavors are very strong. They have a good flavor that's reminiscent of other snacks that are similar to this. A good amount of sourness, good texture, and I think that they are good overall. I want to try another one. Oh man, wow. Yep, that is sour. So if you ever have the opportunity to get these, I would strongly recommend them. Not so much for the tutti frutti, but more so for the blueberry and the lemon. Some of the best blueberry and lemon sour snacks that I've ever tasted, so you could take that for what it's worth. But in any case, that's it for today's review. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a like and leave a comment down below. Also, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel a lot. But with that being said, thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Take care.